What do you want?
Okay, guys. I'm here to review episodes 1 and 2 of Power Rangers Dino Supercharge. Now, after this video, they will be individual reviews, starting from episodes 3 through 20, will be individual reviews. I only wanted to review the first 2 episodes because I did it for Dino Charge, and I'm going to do it for Dino Supercharge. So this will probably be longer than my normal Power Ranger reviews, unless it's a season review. Which, yes, I do intend on doing RPM, I just haven't got around to watching it yet. So, the first episode of the season is called When Evil Stirs, which starts with Tyler in his journal, writing a letter to his journal about how he misses being a Power Ranger, and he also gave a recap of the previous season. So, then we cut to somewhere, I guess, in Amber Beach, and we see that Sledge's spaceship is on Earth. And all the Vivics, those blue things, whatever they are, and everything has survived. And we are introduced to our new villain for the season, named Snide, who looks a lot like Zeltrax, because this is Zeltrax and a Sentai, but I'm not well versed with that Sentai, so don't ask me. But Snide is not the only part of this. See, Snide has a second part named Heckle. You know that guy from near the end of season 1? Where Kendall was trying to find a Purple Ranger? Yeah. So they're a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing that can communicate with each other through some wrist pocket watch or something. And we also see that Fury, Wrench, Curio, and Poisandra are still alive. So apparently, Sledge is the only one who died in that crash. And Poisandra wants Sledge brought back, even though she broke up with him at the end of Dino Charge. But Wrench says unless they find a piece of Sledge, he cannot use the reanimator on him. Heckle, actually proving he has a brain in his head, actually applies for a job at the Dino Museum, which Kendall gives him because how's she to know that he's, evil? Now at this time, Coda has gotten a postcard from Shelby and Chase. Shelby is studying college, I think doing a business degree, and Chase is returning to New England skateboarding and hitting on girls, which is what he does best. Should be noted, even though I haven't started RPM yet, Shelby's father here is played by the guy who played Scott's dad in RPM. So, another time Power Rangers is used, another actor from a series for a one-off shot. Shelby finds this fossil, and she's frozen by Ice Age. The very first monster of Dino Charge is the first monster of Dino Supercharge. He's apparently, I guess Albert let him go or something. And then Ice Age, he freezes Chase in New Zealand, and he gets Tyler. He somehow tracked Riley down, even though Heckle only knew where Shelby and Chase were. He tracks Riley down on his farm, because Riley went back to his farm. And he tried to freeze Tyler, and presumably succeeded, but I'll get to that. So back at the Dino Museum, Kendall, Ivan, and Coda realize something's up, and they go try to find the other Rangers. Well, in doing so, Ivan and Kendall get frozen in ice. Now, Coda puts up a fire with Ice Age, picks up a rock, sees that he's getting frozen, and he slides out of his clothes. Or something, or at least his shirt. I don't know if he slid out of his clothes, but he hasn't slid out of his shirt. Now, how he learned this, or whatever, I have no idea. So, back at the Dino Museum, Coda realizes he's all alone until he hears someone coming, and since he's all alone, he doesn't know who it is. So he picks up this, dino bone, and he finds out it's Tyler, who was not turned to ice. I don't know how, but he wasn't. I guess because he's the Red Ranger, and they're immune to that kind of stuff in most Power Ranger things.
No, they're not.
So then Keeper, making his obligatory 1 minute of screen time, gives Tyler and Coda advice, and they hash this plan. A plan that makes no sense. And I will get to that. Basically, Coda tells Tyler his backstory why Coda doesn't like ice. See, when Coda found his inner gem, and when it bonded to him, Coda got frozen in ice, and Kendall and Chase found him. So Coda has this fear of ice. So that's why he slid out of his clothes or his shirt or whatever it is he slid out of. Tyler wants Coda to teach him that. So, Coda and Tyler go to save the other Rangers, and they morph. And here's where this plan gets weird. Coda and Tyler get frozen, but they escape their suits. Now, I don't know how that's possible, since the only thing that I think you could actually escape out of would be a helmet, which you have to unclick. So I don't know how this works at all. They free the other Rangers. They all morph with Kendall leading the morph. And this is Kendall's first official morphing sequence, by the way, as the Purple Ranger. So, then, Tyler puts up a fight with Snide, but Snide loses his power. Snide loses his power and reverts to Heckle.
It's almost done.
And reverts to Heckle. And Heckle says that they can't find out who he is. So the Rangers destroy Ice Age. Should be noted that the Magna Beam still works, although now it has to fire up at a satellite and back down to Earth. And then Rangers destroy Ice Age using, I believe, I don't know. This combination of Megazords gets confusing when there's 8 or 9 Zords in it. Or of which one they're using, so I don't really know which one they use. But they destroy the thing. They go back to the Dino Cafe thingy and recharge their Energems. Prince Philip shows up and says that, and they basically say what the thing of the season is, to find the Aqua Ranger Aqua Energem and the Silver Energem. I guess they don't know that there's actually a secret 11th Energem, which is the Talon Energem. And that's how the episode ends. As an episode, it was a very good opener, if Tyler and Coda's plan doesn't make any sense, because it doesn't. So that brings us to episode 2, Forgive and Forget, where we start out at the Dino Cafe where Riley meets an old bully from school and arm wrestles him, but he wants to use the power of the Energem. But Kendall interrupts him. So back at Slidge's ship, they have reanimated Stingrage. And they've enhanced his stingers to where now you will lose your memory if you're stung by him. They want to use this to contaminate Amber Beach's water so the Rangers don't remember who they are. So, this gives Heckle an idea. Because this is Snide's idea. Heckle's idea was just to sting him, so Snide came up with the water contamination idea. So Heckle befriends Riley, and pretends to get stuck by Ice Age. He does legitimately lose his memory. So they take him to the Dino Museum and they show him the base. How do you think that turns out? They show him the base. They renew his memory with a spray and all that. But Heckle has now been in the Dino Museum. Keep that in mind. It comes into play later in the Rangers base. So, Riley's entered this marathon basically because he was goaded into it by this bully of his. And I don't remember the bully's name. I think it's Brandon or something. I really don't know. These one-off Power Ranger characters really are never memorable enough to bother learning their names half the time. So Heckle tries to get Riley to drink the contaminated water, but he brought his own sports drink. But the other Rangers drink it, and they all lose their memories. And Heckle thinks now, because Riley's going to take the Energems to the base, Heckle believes that he can now go get the Energems. But when he gets there, the Energems are not there. Probably because Riley's forward thinking here, in a way, or maybe he saw something I don't really know. Riley is the smart one of this group. He's the Billy of this group. Let's keep that in mind. So, he sprays Kendall again. He sprays that antidote over everyone and his bully, who now is his friend because we find out the bully was jealous of Riley in school. Because Power Ranger logic. And Kendall's using the Plesiozord to decontaminate the water, but the Stingrage is contaminating faster than Kindle can cure it or something. So the Rangers morph, they defeat Stingrage and all that, which basically, and then to reestablish the status quo, Heckle's going to have a toast because he's infiltrated the Rangers' base. However, when Fury tells Curio that he wants something to drink, Furio takes Stingray's contaminated water and puts it in all these cups. So Heckle, Fury, and all the monsters drink it, and none of them remember anything. So there you go. They've now completely reverted back to the status quo with the villain forgetting where the Rangers' base is. Doesn't make any sense in the hindsight why, but it was to make sure the status quo is established. Because you can't go having the main villain of the series constantly knowing how to get into the base. That would just be stupid. That would just be stupid and make the Rangers look like dumber than a box of rocks. So, Forgive and Forget is an okay episode, even if the whole resolution between Ryan and his bully is traditional Power Rangers logic stuff. So all in all, these 2 episodes were very good. Now, starting next week, episode 3 through 20 will be their own video. I just wanted to do a supersized video, so to speak, for the premiere. I'm going to start a Dino Supercharge review playlist, and all the reviews for Dino Supercharge will be in there. So, if you like the video, like button is down there, subscribe button is down there, and thank you for watching. Bye.